Good evening, race fans. Welcome into race number 3 of the season here for the Affinity Racing Series, the Innocent Lives Foundation Kansas 180, sponsored by Tony Scarbo this evening. So shout out to him. 120 laps, 180 miles around Kansas tonight. And as always, here with my co-commentator, Art. How we doing?
I'm excited. We've got, back-to-back race winner Nick Miller trying to go 3 for 3 here at Kansas.
Absolutely. It's going to be a good one. Kansas always puts on a decent show. 2 laps qualifying, 3 green-white checkers, 0 fast repairs, and 4 total tire sets. Cameras provided by TrackCams22.com as always. And special shout-out to the Affinity Racing Series partners, Trinity PC, Pinder Construction, and then our charity that we're working with in Season 2, the Innocent Lives Foundation. And let's go ahead and get you right into the on-track action as qualifying is underway. Currently top of the timing charts, Zach Amon 31.04. Brandon Bowers crosses the line for his second lap. He'll go P2 as almost a statistical tie at the top of the charts. I believe we have
34 drivers?
34, yeah. I was trying to do some quick mental math. Didn't really work out, but 34 drivers. Good to see. Got some new names here tonight from the Next Up series. So glad to have them on board. None of them are actually out on their laps currently, but Jacob Thornton, Cabe McClenny, Michael Gold, Charlie Gallagher, and I believe Joshua Parent was supposed to be here tonight, but he don't see him on the racetrack. Nick Miller and Kevin Boyle will have different numbers tonight, just due to some of the Next Up guys not being assigned a random number in time. But other than that, everyone else's should be the same. But this is your 2-time winner. Let's see if he can put it on pole and try and go 3 in a row.
And yeah, he did it at Daytona, Super Speedway, went to Phoenix, whatever you want to call that track, did it there. Come to an intermediate. Can he go 3 for 3?
He's shifting very early in the corners. Top 7 separated by 0.5 of a second.
All I'm hearing is that it's going to be some good side racing up the front.
Absolutely. This will be Nick Miller's one opportunity at a lap. Well, actually, no, he will not get back around. That was his first lap, so he's got to nail this one. He goes 8th quickest on his first lap. He could be setting up for another pole position here. Down the back straightaway we go. Randy Arms, top of the timing charts, 31.03, and it is so tight at the top. 20 seconds remaining. Miller will have time to finish his lap. He's the last one on a lap. The 19 machine, that's the 31 for 1.9.
The only one into the 30.9.
That is a lap and a half, over a 10th clear of Randy Arms. My goodness. Nick Miller's laying it down this season. That'll be pole position
He didn't want there to be any guesses to who's the favorite for this race.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and quickly show you your championship standings as they entered tonight.
I want to throw this question out there for chat. Who is the most Ken-like NASCAR driver?
I have no idea. Top of the board, Nick Miller, 97. Sartaj Man, 2 second places. So Tri-Racial Racing doing very well. Joshua McQuiggan rounds out your top 3 in points. And then further on down the list, good representation of teams inside the top 10. Planet Sim Esports, Jughead, TTSL, IJ Media, CMS. A good representation, good parity through the first 2 races. We have overlays tonight, so excited to see those come back.
Excited to see YJ Carr on the outside of pole. We love Randy Arms here. James Fillers is in a Little Caesars paint scheme.
We love hot and ready pizzas, $5. I mean, you cannot beat that value.
You really can't.
For 125 laps here this evening. And we have a couple drivers that have provided their driver cameras tonight. Magnus Anderson, Devin Galvin, Andrew Tenold, and Justin Johnson. So thanks to those 4 for giving a little added quality to the broadcast here this evening. With all 33, Corbin Simmons in race control tonight, joined as a driver accidentally. So he'll be the eye in the sky. And Charlie Gallagher, the next up driver, making his next-gen debut. Currently not on the grid, but 33 going at it, biggest field of the season.
The owner of Trinity PC wants to know why his logo is not on screen.
Ah, there you go. That's a good point. There you go.
Gotta respect the sponsors.
Gotta respect the hustle.
So if I ask you who's your pick to win, are you gonna say anyone other than the 31 machine /19?
I think kind of like what we've been seeing on Tuesday nights. You gotta pick them. You gotta ride the hot hand until proven otherwise. So give me Nick Miller from pole.
I'm gonna pick someone who has been strong, has shown strength throughout races. I'm taking Brandon Bowers, P4.
There's our updated little stat information box there. You'll be able to see some additional details about the drivers we're on board with tonight as we are green. So head down into turn number 1 for the first time. And Nick Miller already clear side by side for second. Randy Arms.
3 wide in the bag.
Trying to get the run off the high side. Might be a car on the wall further back. Joshua McQuiggan wasting no time. He's up 3 positions. I'll make it at a turn number 4 cleanly.
They're 3 wide back here too. For like 15th. That's Ryan Tiller, Samuel Demian, and the 36 machine of Jacob Blakely. The racing is intense early on.
Devin Galvin already up 6 positions. As is McQuiggan. So McQuiggan wasting no time cracking the top 10. We already see multiple lanes being used all the way at the top by the wall, all the way down on the apron practically. It is legal here at Kansas. With Nick Miller already opening up half a second gap on his teammate Zach Aumann. He's under pressure from James Jimmy Fillers. Sideways out of turn number 2 is Jarrett Talmadge and Thomas Green as well. Going for a heck of a ride.
Hey, wait for those drivers to get it gathered back up.
Not something you want to see early on, though. Damaging to the tires, yeah.
It's part of how aggressive it is. When these drivers know they don't want Nick Miller to get the lead that he's got, but he's already out there and he's trying to walk away.
But a couple guys battling back here just inside the top 20. Jonathan Dolly up 4, Magnus Anderson up 4. Dolly hang on to it. Travis De Leon up 4. Alex Chira's up 5. Evan Galvin is continuing his charge, and he is up 8 positions. The 95 machine.
We got really good battles here for second and what would be third.
Yeah, we got 2x2 almost. Yeah, Fillers using the high side.
Might pull Randy through with him.
But it's good to see this side-by-side racing using multiple lanes. Randy Arms was the quickest car on the racetrack that last time by. He's the only man to set a lap time in the 30s. Obviously, he's got a little bit of draft ahead of him. Right now, stuck in the dirty air of Fillers, trying to get the run off the corner. Justin Johnson in 26, not where we're used to seeing him. Let's go on board with him for our first driver cam of the night. He's down 7 positions, so looks like he's got to get a handle on this race car and then start moving back forward. Just ahead of him is that 83 of Michael McElroy.
This could be, you know, kind of a planned thing. Sit back, save your tires for... I just saw pieces fly off his car.
Yeah, so that might be why he's going to the back, though, trying to deal with some connection issues.
You can also bet on chaos here.
Let's go further up the field to Magnus Anderson's. He's very steady on that wheel. And he is up 7 positions, trying to take another one away from the 21 of Sam Demien. Got a great run off of turn number 2. Now going to look down to the inside. Just let him know that he's there. In a late lunge, he'll pick up 1. Jacob Blakely. Excuse me, Hunter Rupp. Almost got run over in the process. Great corner there from the 7. But Demien fighting back on the outside.
Not only Demien, Pender's up there. He's 3 wide. Oh, he's bottom of Pender. Man picked the right guy to go on board.
This is right around where he starts the race. He'll start a little bit further back than 14th tonight. Started in the 22nd position, but he's moving his way up quickly. Got a new paint scheme out there tonight. And he's trying to move his way inside the top 15. Some great racing just outside the top 10. We've gone 10 laps green consecutively. And Fillers is starting to reel in Nick Miller here. Close that gap down about half, only 2.5 car lengths, as opposed to about half a second a couple of laps ago. Andrew Tenold battling away with his teammate, Jonathan Dolly. So this is kind of the hornet's nest right here, just inside the top 20. Even further back, Scarbo battling away with Casey Brown. Michael McElroy, the league owner, making his debut here this evening. Jacob Thornton, the next up driver.
Yeah, Max, what is the pit window?
The pit window here tonight, realized I didn't add it in on the race information, is about 32 to 37 laps, depending on driver inputs, how aggressive they push it. So this race will pretty much be split up into thirds almost. Just think of it almost as almost 40-40-40, but not quite.
Max, I'm not sure if you noticed. The race is actually 125 laps.
Why did it say 120? Interesting.
Every promotional material I've seen, everything I've seen, was 120 laps.
Huh.
Oh, we got a battle for the lead. Fillers is going for it. Like, I knew he was there, but he made a big send in 1 and 2.
Yes, it was 180 miles. That was the sponsor title of the race.
We
120, 120 times a mile and a half is 180, so we've been hoodwinked. 125 laps. We'll see if that makes a difference or not. Those extra 5 laps.
Man, we don't need a, last lap call on 120 when we got 5 to go.
Yeah, that would be rough. Devin Galvin is your biggest mover. Let's go on board with him. Show you his driver cam. He's got the Dodge dealer's jacket on right now. And he is your biggest mover. He's trying to pick off the 15 machine, Travis DeLeon. He's got a new paint scheme this week. He's pretty steady on the wheel as well. Got the coolest, probably, attire.
I don't think I could live with that right now. It is incredibly hot here.
Yes, it is. He's doing a nice job, up 11 spots in the early going, about halfway through this fuel run. In that $95 General Chevrolet Camaro, Cade McClenny doing a nice job keeping that car in one piece. He's also up from the Next Up series in the 05 machine.
I love the info box. Looking for sponsors, races late models IR.
That's what he put, so...
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
So you know it. Cade McClenny looking for sponsors.
Right now, doing a nice...
Kyle Ritchie in the wall.
Yeah, that 76, that light blue Toyota Camry. Definitely down on speed on the front stretch. Hunter Rupp. Ryan Tiller trying to take advantage, as did Chris Pinder. Samuel Demien in the mix. Further up the field, Pinder continuing his charge up the field. He's going to go inside here of Jacob Blakely. That is for 11th. He'll get the move done. He's got half a car length ahead. And he'll try and get it done this time but Blakely fighting hard on that outside. And look at the run 36 gets through 1 and 2. And he'll clear Pinder there. So Pinder was way better on the 3 and 4 side of the racetrack. So it looks like something happened here to Michael Gold. Looks like he pulled off to pit, so maybe a technical issue. Trouble for one of the Next Up drivers. And yeah, he's going to come to a stop on turn 1 and he'll tow to pit road. But we stay green.
Well, I think Fillers might have the run into 3 and 4.
He's looking to the inside. Battle for the race lead. James Jimmy Fillers to the inside in the 10 machine.
He doesn't throw a slider. He's not up in front of Miller yet.
Oh, but Miller's going to cut him a break still early on. New leader, James Jimmy Fillers. From 5th to 1st. And he is clear up. Miller tried this crossover move. Fillers now has clean air and the run off the high side. He should be clear. Randy Arms trying to get in on this battle. McQuiggan still in the mix. Got 4 cars. Within 0.8 of a second.
Play-by-play of Pinder. He's in 12th. He's running the race. He's turning left really well.
Thomas Green, we saw him. He had a big bobble out of turn number 2 in the opening couple laps, and he gets on the wall there too. Maybe Blakely does as well. Pinder throws a decent block there on Tiller. Tiller's having none of it. To the inside, Blakely in the wall. Gets a little tight there on corner exit, and Ryan Tiller trying to take advantage. Let's bring in Kyle Ritchie and Samuel Demien into the mix, as well as Andrew Tenold. So plenty of battles on the racetrack. There's Cade McClenny.
Miller into the wall. Randy Arms into the back of Miller. This is going to open up the lead for James Fillers.
Yeah, he's clear by half a second. He's got the long run pace. We are flying through this opening stage. Yeah, Nick Miller, there you see in that driver information box, back-to-back Daytona and Phoenix. Phoenix was a dominating performance. And right now he's trying to find a way back to the lead. Look at this shot right here. 2 by 2 almost. Run off the high side definitely seems the way that you want to kind of set up your passes. Look at that. There is so many cars just outside the top 10 and right inside the top 15. Okay, McClenny has now joined this battle. These are a lot of guys nose tail, and even if we go further back, it's almost another group here, about 18th back to 22nd.
Oh, they're almost Magnus and Dolly having problems. Magnus into the outside wall. Onto the 15 of Travis DeLeon.
Let's back that up here. Looks like he gets a shot from Dolly mid-corner. Another shot. And one more for good measure. That looked like a little bit of slamming on the brakes there. Doesn't appreciate it from Dolly. He'll get sent up the hill. And now let's go on board. I bet we could figure that one out for you. Oh yeah, you can see the RPMs there. Not happy with the 74 machine. Travis DeLeon, an innocent bystander.
Got a story developing in the race.
That'll be something to keep your eye on here. Sartaj Man was able to get around the 13 of Thomas Green. Look at the grip he has mid-corner, able to pull down. Oh, maybe not contact with Jared Talmadge. He made a late move mid-corner. I was surprised he was able to get to his inside, following in the dirty air, and then he got tight on corner exit. These guys are going for it, and he'll eventually be able to clear. Brandon Bowers under pressure from Randy Arms. He just got around him a lap ago. Let's take a look at how he did it. Just uses that very low line through the tri-oval, and he'll take the spot away. Randy didn't fight it too hard. He knows it's early. There's just so much going on. Look at Nick Miller. He's now fighting back here. Car length and a half. And really, we got 5 cars within a second. 6 cars in 1.2 seconds. So this is anybody's ball game inside the top 6.
And then we had 3-mile racing here for 20th. I'm just, keeping my eye back here for a certain battle because we know Magnus Anderson is a man of action. He's not afraid to be suspended.
This is actually his first race back from suspension. Look at that, aggressive between the 74 and the 59. 74 trying to side draft him back. I think the 59, if he drives it in deep enough. No, Dolly has him covered. Devin Galvin up in the wall. And just look at this hornet's nest here. There's Jacob Thornton. In his next-gen debut.
Gotta call pit stops or start?
Pit stops starting, so it's right at that 32 mark. First one in is Chris Pinder. He is going to be very aggressive here on the strategy. Try and pick up some spots. I don't necessarily disagree with this, though. With as intense as this racing is, if you can get yourself separated from these packs that are kind of forming, you have a great advantage here. Look at Randy Arms. He's doing the same thing. He's going to try and get the move made here on Brandon Bowers. Try and get that spot back. Pinder down and away. Good stop from the 17 crew. Devin Galvin able to get it woed up last minute. You saw him coming in hot. So right at the 32 mark. Right before it, we see guys committing. And just look at this. This is going to be a lot of chaos here. Kyle Ritchie might be coming in. Andrew Tanold going around. Never mind. But that was well done from everybody.
Ooh, the 29 machine misses on entry.
And that's going to be a penalty for McQuiggan. He just smokes it and locks it up way too quick. Would rather take the unsafe entry than the speeding penalty. Everyone else does a nice job getting around them and pitting. So an early mistake.
Here comes our leader, Fillers. With Nick Miller, contact! I think that was a little netcode contact between those two.
Brandon Bowers will stay out, as does Thomas Green, Andrew Tenold, and Justin Johnson, Michael McElroy, Casey Brown. So a couple guys. It looks, this is a busy pit road. Got a lot going on.
They're slowing each other up on pit road.
They are not happy with each other. Let's take another look here at what happened onto pit road. Fillers with a clear advantage on the way in. He's going to be taking very tentatively. And Miller into the back of him. Closed down so much time. It was too tentative from Fillers. We'll go back live here. And Miller will win the race off pit road.
Gotta say, us having to stay live gives it a bad look. Nick Miller was actually a couple feet behind Fillers when the contact was made. So, like, he probably was going to get into the back of him, but it happened a little worse than it really should have been.
We'll see where he cycles through. Randy Arms actually is going to cycle way ahead of this. He pitted 2 laps before these guys. He's got about 2.5 seconds, give or take. And he's got the clean air. But Casey Brown now the leader of the race. Jonathan Dolly. And there's just a whole lot going on with guys rejoining this field. Tenold, Thornton, and Scare on. Michael McElroy off track, re-entering from his green flag pit stop, left side in the dirt there. Tenold is now out. Casey Brown is in. Dolly is in. So there is Randy Arms. He'll come around to take the lead of the race. Bowers gets through on Nick Miller. Gabe McClenny, a real winner in all of this. He was about just outside the top 15, and he is now 7th, so a fantastic turn of events for this 05. He's battling away with the 21 of Dim Yin. Dolly is out and away, so don't see too many people with pit road penalties there. Everyone did a nice job. But Joshua McQuiggan, I believe he's called it quits for the night due to his pit road entry. Penalty. Yeah,
he just
said that was enough.
Forward almost instantly.
Michael Gold out of the race as well. Charlie Gallagher never started. Thomas Green, I did have a penalty though. He spent 55 seconds stationary in his box, so he's down to 31st. Travis DeLeon, 39 seconds on pit road. Don't know if that was a penalty or just fixing damage. And then Daniel Pendergrass, 26 seconds. And Kevin Boley, 20 seconds. So a couple guys electing to fix damage early and bite the bullet. There are still so many battles taking place on this racetrack. Almost impossible to keep up with it, but there's a mix of strategies going on. Lap 2 differences on tires throughout this field.
There's about a second difference between Nick Miller and James Fillers.
Yeah, Randy, he pitted on lap 30. And Bowers lap 33, so he's kind of in the catbird seat right now. He was half a tenth quicker last lap than Randy.
And his long run speed was coming on. He made it up to P2.
Miller does set the quickest lap of the race, though, 30.91. Filler is a second and a half back. He pitted as the leader. He spent 47 seconds on pit road. That's probably one of the longest in the field outside of penalties. Got a nice battle here, though, with Travis DeLeon, Chris Pinder, Kyle Ritchie, and Justin Johnson and Jacob Blakely. A little bit further back, it's Hunter Rupp chasing after Magnus Anderson, and Scarbo chasing them down, and Casey Brown in the mix as well. Driver update for Jacob Blakely. He started in the 12th position and is now down to 15th, but running on the lead lap and very much in contention for a top 10 here this evening.
He's right behind a big old pack racing for top 12.
It's been a little longer on pit road than a couple other guys, so that's why he kind of lost out in his pack. But he's doing a nice job, cars in one piece. He's doing a very fine job in the 36 machine. Yeah, Bowers is continuing to close that gap. Last time by a 10th quicker. He's bringing Nick Miller right along. So we could see Randy back to P3 here in a handful of laps.
And Filler showed he had the long run speed. He was able to track Miller down on the long run, get around him, and start to pull out his own lead. So I wouldn't be surprised if Filler also gets up there and challenges.
If he's saving a little bit of tires, definitely. Starting to see a little bit more single file now than what we were on that first run. Guys kind of settling in, trying to get that long run speed maximized. And green flag pit stops definitely shake up the order. This kind of spreads the field out a little bit. Cade McClenny doing a heck of a job on his next gen debut. Gotta crank it up, Redemption. Absolutely. It was you.
It was me.
We will crank it up.
It up.
Yeah, we haven't done it tonight, and we're just gonna let the sound of these race cars do the trick. But a great shot here, the top three all within a second of each other. Nick Miller closing in on Bowers. Bowers does have the freshest tires, though, almost into the wall there, entering turn number 1. He's got 3-lap fresher tires, which is huge at these 1.5 ovals. Tire fall off is drastic.
Need a new tire model, please, iRacing. Give us dynamic track.
The gap now, car length and a half. He will look to take the lead. That is Zach Scare, though, spinning down to the inside. In that 18 machine, the Barbie car, he gets help there from Dolly. On corner exit, Dolly trying to cross him over. Scare bounces off the wall a little bit, into the left rear, and around Scare goes, one car. So we stay green. While that happened, Brandon Bowers does take the lead of the race on the fresher tires. Randy up into the wall, no contest. And now Bowers will try and put some distance between himself and Nick Miller if possible. Zach Scare was able to make it to pit road safely.
Can't believe we lost the Barbie car.
Oppenheimer better. 27 cars on the lead lap, down to Brandon French, although he is in immediate danger of joining that group. Although he would be the lucky dog. When we were here a couple of weeks ago, actually last week for LSRL, we heard Randy say it was hard to pass at Kansas if he took their line away and just kind of kept it on that top side and kind of forced them to go low and lose their momentum. It was easy to hold on to the spot, but We've seen a bit more passing today than what we did last Tuesday. For sure. Oh, Brandon into the wall there. Giving others an opportunity here. This is a fierce battle for 7th, 8th, and 9th.
If my pick one self-sabotages again, I'm going to be so sad. See, he has a good track record of doing it to himself. That or his internet, or his computer, I think it was.
But he is slowly starting to pull away. A 10th quicker on that last lap than Arms, but Arms is settled in. Hasn't let Bowers get away, even though he's got older tires.
That last lap, Arms was faster.
In the draft. Coming up to lap Brandon French. French will give them the preferred line. Very respectful from the 2 machine. It's the conduct we love to see from our next-gen drivers.
I respect a Ryan Newman around here, all right?
Be hard to pass at all times. But this battle still hasn't settled itself out. Demien pulling away as Sartaj Man and Talmadge battle away for 8th. Failvich right in the mix. Trying to make it 2 top 10s in 3 races for the 88 machine. One of them being a top 5. Okay, let us know what you think of the new... We got some basic driver stats in chat. Let me know if you want to see anything specific on that. We can make it a bit smaller and less clunky, but I want to make sure we have enough room for when they accumulate plenty of stats. Looks like Justin Johnson is going to maybe call it a night.
Black flagged. I wonder if that was for internet issues.
And he was blinking even on pit road, so race control made a call that that car was unsafe on the racetrack. Here is Devin Galvin, 95-59, number inverses here going at it for the last spot in the top 20. Just ahead of them is Hunter Rupp. And Andrew Tennell has come up nicely through this field. He's cracked the top 15. Let's go on board with him. His driver cam each and every week. He is dedicated to the driver cams. He was the one pushing for its return. So everyone can thank Andrew Tennell for that. On board with the driver of the 45 machine. So he tries to track down Chris Pinder. He's got a lot of speed there through 1 and 2. He has much fresher tires. Pinder, as we know, was trying to start the aggressiveness. He pitted on lap 29, Tennell on lap 34, so he should be clear here, as long as he doesn't get incredibly tight out of the corner. He did wash up a tiny bit there. Pinder with the momentum off of corner. Holds the position for now. This is the battle for 14th. But he has great entry speed. But we just know how hard it is to keep the momentum up on the low side of the racetrack. But I think he's got it now, half a car length ahead, and now a whole car length ahead. Michael McElroy coming right through as well, doing a nice job in the 83. Yeah, he's specifically registered for the Next Up series, but he's also league owner, so he's allowed to do what he wants. He is in both when he has the time, his work schedule. Busy man, but he does a great job with the Affinity Racing Series, and we couldn't be happier to have him on board. He's going to try and take the position back from Tennell. McElroy showing great speed here, considering he has 1 lap older tires than Tennell, so he's doing a nice job. Let's look at this battle back here. Magnus Anderson, Hunter Rupp. As we are approaching the halfway mark. We're also,
our second round
yeah,
of pit stops.
I'm about to say, think about 30-30 for some of these guys. Randy Arms did pit on lap 30, so if he wanted to do it, he'd do it next lap. Pinder going a little bit longer than 29 laps this time, so he will be the one to blink first. As Brandon Bowers is now in control of this race throughout the second run. Nick Miller not able to get by the 8 machine, even though he's got fresher tires. Randy in the wall there is going to make it a little easier for him, potentially. Down the back straightaway, he'll pull to the inside. Fillers is charging here as well, as he brings Zach Amon into the mix.
I think Fillers also made contact with the wall there.
But who's going to kick it off?
I mean, you've seen the success of Brandon Bowers taking it long, having the fresher tires. Do you potentially, try and go along with him?
So let's see here. Fillers, though, he is charging late in the run, so he's got that long run speed. And he'll get by Arms. Zach Amon in the mix. That was very tight. Remember their adventures on pit road. Almost 3 wide entering turn number 3. I think Miller might... I don't think they're going to cut each other much of a break.
But Arms is going to be the first one to blink.
In the 8 machine, so this will be something to watch. He's only 2 seconds back from the leader, so he could easily, again, get out in front. Let's watch this, though. Zach Amon right there in the 54 machine. Down the back straightaway. Fillers is clear. Oh, Nick Miller almost up into the wall. Gets very tight through turn number 3. Nobody pitting this time. Almost 3-1. That's going to be more trouble. Fillers through the grass. Miller put it in the outside wall. I can't imagine that Fillers is delighted with that. That's 2 times now. And this will be something we're watching as green flag pit stops cycle through. Demien in, Talmadge in, Tiller and Pinder. Zach Amon says thank you very much. The leaders are going long here, though, so Randy Arms definitely going to be the net leader when this cycles back through. Cade McClenny and Sartaj Manning, that's 6th and 7th. And this, you just think something's going to happen here before the end of this race between these two.
Oh, it's getting chippy. They're both really aggressive drivers. They both know how to win. And they both know what to do to win.
There goes Zach Amon says, I'm just going to pit, get some fresh tires, and try and pull away from you guys.
Oh, I'm going to give a shout out to Nick Kelly, a.k.a. Rev3 Dude of ILF, for gifting a sub to literal YJ member.
Corbin, it's about time you supported our ambitions. And again, more contact. Oh, man. Nick Miller not happy. They're both not happy. But Fillers is now through. And he's going to come in. Oh,
they're both coming in.
Oh, man.
I think Fillers trying to aim for him.
Oh, this is great stuff. Battling all the way down to pit road. Look at that. Miller going to gas it up a little bit. You do get a little bit of tolerance on pit road as long as you're within the average. But which pit crew has the better stop? This is great stuff. Four tires and fuel.
Who's got the Kyle Busch crew? Who's got Bubba Wallace's?
But there's
that
Bowers.
Was atrocious last year.
Nick Miller with the #1 stall, and he is out and away. Fillers trying to close.
Miller just has the advantage of just being able to pull straight out.
Yeah, he just gets right on it and goes. He had a slightly quicker stop as well. He was quicker on pit road in general. Michael McElroy leading this race now. Your top 5 and Brandon French have stayed out. And there comes French. And here comes McElroy. There goes Casey Brown. Tenold trying to get down to pit road. Scarbo going to stay out another lap. Randy Arms He actually did not get back by Bowers, and that's with a 4-lap difference. So Brandon Bowers definitely in control of this race. My goodness. And they pulled 3 seconds. Oh, and James Fillers is coming back in. A penalty.
He had to get one leaving.
Trying to catch up to Miller and a mistake. Nick Miller now can run his own race, but definite mistake for one of the contenders. 35 seconds in his box. Had to have been speeding on the exit. Tony Scarbo now leading. My goodness, no cautions to speak of. Had a couple of incidents here and there. Obviously Nick Miller, James Jimmy Fillers, and then we had Magnus and Jonathan Dolly get into it earlier in the race, and then we had Zach Scare, spun. Coincidentally also with Jonathan Dolly involved.
Speaking of Magnus Anderson, he's manually disconnected. No idea why.
So that will give us 28 cars still on track. I believe 20 of them on the lead lap. So we reset the running order. Let's quickly get a word in from tonight's amazing partners for the Affinity Racing Series. And let's quickly mention the $460 raised for the Innocent Lives Foundation. I know Magnus Anderson just disconnected from the race, but donated $300, I believe, earlier today. And we are nearing halfway of our goal, and we are nowhere close to halfway through this season. Shout out my buddy Ryan for a $100 donation, Jasmine for the $40 donation, and I threw 20 in myself at the start of the season. Thank you to everybody for their fantastic support of a great cause.
Yeah, I think that was Magnus Anderson trying to appease Michael McElroy and get points back. Like, hey, don't suspend me again, please.
Rules are rules. They must be followed. Yeah, 1 top 10 in 2 races for Bowers, and he's looking to go to victory lane here tonight for the first time. Probably should have had 4 or 5 wins last season, but his connection issues did not allow that to take shape. But he's looking to go to victory lane here. Still 1 more round of pit stops left. And it's him and Randy Arms right now. Randy doing a nice job hanging on with 4-lap older tires. I'm shocked he did not take the lead. He was a second slower in the pits. So he came in at 2 seconds behind. So essentially, you know, do 3 seconds and have it be a net wash on pit road. And then he was able to gain 2 of those back. So he went from 2 seconds or 3 seconds, depending on how you look at it, to 1. But now he's falling back with those older tires.
I mean, it just seems like we're getting the classic Brandon Bowers experience. You know, before all his issues.
This is like the Martin Truex Jr. experience. When it goes fully green, he dominates. And he is pulling away. Yeah, he is pulling away. 2/10 quicker last time by. Closest battle inside the top 4 is for third as Jack Amon tries to run Nick Miller down. Cade McClenny doing an absolutely fantastic job from the Next Up series. He's up 19 spots into the top 5, your biggest mover. He has shown some remarkable speed over the long run. Jarrett Talmadge gets passed by Dylan Philbich, excuse me. A little bit further back, Kyle Ritchie trying to chase after Ryan Tiller. Michael McIlroy just got around Casey Brown. Now he's going to try and track down Jacob Blakely. And just behind this mix, a lot of guys trying to crack the top 15 still. Jacob Thornton also doing a nice job from the Next Up series. He's up 10 spots. Hasn't put a foot wrong in that car. Completely clean.
Man wants to keep a really nice looking race car really nice looking.
It's a good reputation to have, too. You come up, race with the big boys, and, very respectful, and that's how you get invited back. And look at that. McIlroy in 1 lap closed 0.7 of a second on Blakely, and he'll be up to the 13th position. Heck of a drive for McIlroy. He's up 13 positions. Andrew Tennell, he went a little bit longer, so he's got fresh tires and trying to take advantage of it. Blakely looks like he's starting to get a little bit tight on corner exit. Casey Brown trying to push Tennell through. And Blakely starting to fade ever so slightly. Ooh, that got tight on corner exit there between the 5 and the 36.
I do want to say, like, seeing McElroy and the progress he's made from the first time we've seen him race, he not only does he put in the time as being the owner of ARS and trying to run this and the Next Up series, he puts in time running, like, racing laps.
Yeah. Man's a league owner, full-time job. He's chasing after Pinder now, 3 wide. Lap cars trying to just stay out of the way, but they're running their own race. That's Brandon French and Daniel Pendergrass. This is the battle for 12th. This is getting crowded quickly.
So do I have to disclose that McElroy pays us to say nice things about him or no?
Look at the move there. Blakely trying to fight back 4 wide for about half a second. Tennell, I think, backed out of that. And Blakely goes back through inside the top 15. This is great stuff.
And we've really kind of reached that point of it's okay to make risky decisions. The 2 machine was into the outside wall.
I think he's just going to put it there and let everyone go by.
Ooh, 45 and the 00 make contact there.
And they are just all going for it. Look at the grip here. Pinder pitted on lap 62, McIlroy lap 67, and that's the difference. Oh, Blakely into the wall. Casey Brown with a run. And these positions are changing all the time, but McIlroy trying to leave this group and kind of get into some clean air and start setting some good lap times. Casey Brown now goes through. Here is the battle for 10th. Kyle Ritchie trying to get the last spot in the top 10 and keep up his perfect streak. Already got 2 from 2. Nick Miller with the run down the back straightaway gets around Randy Arms. Here's how he did it.
Yeah, I think we might see drivers start being more aggressive now. We're no longer in that it's too early to push mode. There's 40 laps left. We've gone green the entire way. Like, you got to start making ground forward.
Absolutely. Zach Allman onto the podium now. Randy starting to fade a little bit. He does have those old tires. We've seen the 95 and the 59 go at it the entire race. The 95 will come out on top this time by. Kyle Ritchie still trying to find a way through. They got about 6 seconds to McElroy, so even though he's got a little bit fresher tires, no imminent danger there. Jacob Blakely, we saw him fade back to the end of this pack, and that is definitely the Larson line. My goodness. He was rim riding. Blakely kind of up and back like a yo-yo. He was at the tail end of this pack. Now he's trying to go back to the front of it. Driver update on Zach Scare.
He's in the pits.
He is in the Barbie car on pit road. Started 30th and will finish 31st here. He can go back out and pick up 2 spots if he wants it, though.
Tenold hit the wall off of 2. Opening up the battle with Hunter Rupp once again. These guys are going to have to stop messing around. Brandon Bowers is starting to breathe down their neck.
This will be lapping up almost to the top 15, but there's so much battling going on, you can't really establish, you know, consistent lap times or running in clean air. You always got someone to deal with. McQuiggan, I think you can get 3 if you join, like, now.
He could potentially get up to Magnus.
But Kyle Ritchie finally gets around Ryan Tiller. Gonna power his way through on the inside. 3-lap fresher tires. He's gonna pull off a slider here. Look at that. That's a textbook slide job. Well done. The 76. Now he's got clean air and he's pulling away. So he just needed to make that pass as soon as possible.
Thornton's now gone a lap down. Bowers has Tenold and Rupp in front of him.
So this will get... Yeah, this will be a little bit sketchy for Bowers. Just got a lot of guys battling away. Just got to get through this, or maybe you come in and pit. The final fuel window is about to be open here. So maybe you just don't put yourself through this. We'll see. He's got 5 seconds, so he can do what he wants. As the battle for second is now heating up, as Zach Allman has caught Nick Miller.
I was going to say, Bowers could technically get up to 22nd, or, well, I don't know why I said 22nd. I think I was reading lap times. Not lap times, the time they are behind. Like, McElroy is within striking distance, and if he puts on a clinic, he could get top 10. Top 10 a lap down would be insane.
I mean, we've gone fully green, the pace of the leaders. It would make sense. Ryan Tiller running a little bit better than his season average. Randy Arms is in. He's been committing to this earlier stop the entire race. With about 30 to go, he is comfortably in the fuel window. We'll see, though. Let's see what second and third elect to do. Does Zach Allman come in a lap before, try and get the benefit of the fresh tires? Miller tight out of turn 4 again. And that might be the battle for second done and dusted. Zach Allman through.
I'm excited for a Cade McClinney top 5.
Up 20 position, yeah, absolutely. Hasn't put a foot wrong all night.
That's where we jinx him.
Oh, boy. How about Dylan Felvich chasing after Demien? Hunter Rupp and Pinder still going at it, so these packs have started to separate ever so slightly. Conditions changing a little bit, not as sunny as it was when we took the green flag, so definitely more space between these drivers than what we saw in the first 2 or 3 runs. Clean air is king. Tire fall off has been a little bit over a second to a second and a half, so over the course of the entire run. Randy Arms is the quickest car on the racetrack right now. We'll see where he can end up at the end of this. Is Cade McClenny going to pull the trigger? He nails the entrance to his final green flag pit stop. It should secure him a top 5. Jonathan Dolly
coming in hot.
Yeah, he's scorched. He's trying to get away from Talmadge behind him. Here comes Kyle Ritchie and Ryan Tiller. They're all following each other in. They don't want to lose out on the tire advantage. Here comes Pinder in.
And Bowers.
Right behind him. They both pulled that off well. Jacob Thornton.
Amon's hot. Miller was, he was fast in the pit road.
Doing his best to try and close the gap anywhere he can. Zach Amon might be hoping for a caution here for some track position. Randy Arms will come out ahead of Cade McClenny. Talmadge off. Kyle Ritchie gets out. Ryan Tiller gets out. That shows you just how close the leaders are. Brandon Bowers is away. Nick Miller still waiting on left side. That's got to be just brutal to wait on.
Oh, and he's going to come out right next. Ooh, the 11 gives it to him.
And Zach Amon will pit from the lead.
The
Sartaj Mann down and away. Dylan Failvich down and away for his final stop. Kevin Boley down and away.
Michael McElroy is going to save 20 laps of fuel and win this thing.
Hunter Rupp down and away. And you see it there. There's Brandon Bowers. There's Zach Amon. No contest. And he is clear through to the lead by some distance. Zach Amon, by waiting an extra lap, he might just give up second and third. And he will. That extra lap costs him. He's going to have a lot of work to do. Randy, I think he'll get Randy because that's 5-lap difference with what'll be 25 to go next time by, so he should get that, but I don't know if he'll get Miller again. But Brandon Bowers, 5 seconds out in front. He's maintained that lead. Ever consistent with the green flag pit stops.
And Randy's actually looking to challenge Nick Miller here, so Miller's not even going to have a chance to just run after him. He's going to have to try and defend a little bit.
Randy to the inside in the 8 machine. Drives it in very deep to turn number 3, but Miller going to get the run off the corner. That's what we saw last week in the Xfinity cars. Miller will maintain, and if you're Randy, you probably don't want to do that. Zach Amon a second and a half back. Maybe just try and work with Miller in the draft and see if you can hold off that 54 machine. Congratulations, the Mets are 27 games back or something like that. They can have a pity win.
It's 10-4. That's not a pity win.
Okay, cool. You're 17 games back. Tony Scarbo. Twins are a poverty franchise.
You're talking about the Twins.
Twins.
Uh-oh. Because I see Tyler Connors.
Poverty
Dallas
franchise.
Going to get another Cy Young.
What have the Twins done ever? Why are they relevant?
They signed Dallas Keuchel.
There you go.
2015 AL Cy Young winning Dallas Keuchel.
3 World Series. Andrew Tenold is in. Brandon Bowers takes the lead of the race. 5.5 seconds over Nick Miller. I tell you what, though, Randy, following in that draft, has actually pulled away from Amon. I am consistently impressed with the speed that Randy is showing, despite pitting much earlier than his competitors. And he's still challenging. The 21 challenging the 76. We got 24 laps to go.
I will not allow Dallas Keuchel disrespect.
Dallas Keuchel goated. Yeah, but Fillers was in contention for potentially the win. He'll end up 26th with a pit road speeding penalty. Got 28 cars on track. Back to Daniel Pendergrass in the 16 machine. He's up 6 spots from where he started.
I can't believe Corbin doesn't want me to commit to the bit.
We are up to 11 cars on the lead lap. Ryan Tiller exiting turn number 4. And Brandon Bowers working his way through turn number 4 right now. Kyle Ritchie still working hard to get around. Talmadge is going to try and pull the crossover down the back straightaway. Had a great run off of turn number 2. Drives it even deeper. He pulled a slider off on Ryan Tiller earlier. And he'll pull the same move on the 91. Look at Samuel Demien right in the mix here. This is 8th, 9th, and 10th. Ryan Tiller 4 seconds back. A little bit further back, Casey Brown and Hunter Rupp. And then Jacob Blakely, Chris Pinder, Michael McElroy. We've seen this before. The Pirates are a fun team. They were fun for about 2 weeks in April. Then the wheels kind of fell off. But McElroy, he went very long, so he's got fresh tires. He'll crack the top 15, set off after Pinder, and he might be able to get up to 12th again. Pinder with the momentum off of the high side we've seen all night long, continuing to work. Blakely not giving up yet.
I like this little battle between a lap down car and Cabe McClinney. Hillman, I believe that is the 15 machine.
Travis Daly on, yep.
Just going back and forth.
McClinney will get clear, and he's on pace for 1 top 5 and 1 start. Not too bad. Up 19 spots, that's your biggest mover.
I'm really surprised by what happened between Randy Arms and Zach Almond. Randy Arms was able to maintain. Almond just fell off, even with the fresher tires.
Yeah, 5 lap fresher tires. Almond was up to second. That 1 lap really cost Amon a shot at the podium. He put it on 97. Miller put it on 96 and jumped him, and Randy jumped him by pitting on lap 92. Look at this battle here. We're not done here. We still got several battles to settle out here with 17 to go. Talmadge, Demien, and Kyle Ritchie. Casey Brown trying to track down Hunter Rupp, Pinder, McElroy, and Blakely. That changes twice a lap. Ooh, contact between the 36 and the 83. 36 tried the side draft. They are not giving up the high side.
Don't know how much I'd want to be beating and banging with a lead owner.
You just see him stop racing all of a sudden. Abuse of power.
Be like racing Tony Stewart and SRX.
But then here's Alex Chira. He's up 8 spots. He's had a quiet night. A little off the mark from his 11th place average finish in the first 2 races, but he's kept the car clean. He just is battling ahead of Jonathan Dolly and Kevin Boley. That's 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. So battles all the way through the field. Tony Scarbo under pressure from Andrew Tenold. That got really tight on the left rear there. McElroy now, if he can get clear of Pinder, he has the clean air to go track down Casey Brown and Hunter Rupp with his fresh tires. He should sail it off into 1 here and get clear. He's going to just come up and cover off Pinder, and he should be good to go.
Ooh, that he contacted with the apron there, and that car got a little wiggly.
I'm always surprised by the next gen and just the importance of the way that they shift.
That's not a real race. Put it in 4th and turn left real quick.
Oh, Kevin Boley, hang on to it. And he does. What a save by the 99. I
would have cried.
He tries the slider. I'll give it to him. He drives it in so deep here. He's trying to make it stick. We're on board with him. Flies up the racetrack. Into the wall. I think Dolly, he stays off of him. I think he just gets that loose. I'm hitting the wall. Let's take a look here. Dolly actually gets him to the wall too, but yeah, that was just how out of control Boley was after initially hitting the wall, but a great save to hang on to it. And yeah, Michael McElroy's got the clean air, and he's left these two guys behind to settle their differences. And he is hard charging after Hunter Rupp and Casey Brown, but they're battling away, so McElroy's loving what he's seeing there. With just over 10 laps to go, Talmadge and Kyle Ritchie, they haven't settled their score yet. That's for 8th, 9th, and 10th. Damien right in the mix. Lap cars all over the place. Talmadge trying to get around Dolly. But Dolly's running his own race, trying to keep Kevin Boley behind him. 3 wide.
3 wide.
Everyone holds their nerves.
Oh, now we got Thomas Green in the mix going around the outside. That was close.
Thomas Green now in the mix between Dolly and Kevin Boley. He's on fresh tires, and this is just a mess. Talmadge just says, thank you, keep doing what you're doing. Dolly with a send. Thomas Green trying to get a run on Dolly. This is all for position, just different. It's like 2 groups here, 2 different groups. Samuel Damien with a run down to the inside.
Ooh, almost contact. Damien trying to come back up on the track to get a good entrance into 1 and 2.
Michael McElroy has also caught 13th and 12th. Andrew Tenold was able to get around Scarbo. And while all this is going on, Zach Allman got shot out of a can in the last handful of laps. He gets around Randy Arms. Gained about 2.5 seconds in about the last 5 laps. So Zach Allman back on the podium.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about how surprised I was he wasn't up there challenging for it. He's just like, I'm biding my time.
Oh, look there. Hunter Rupp hits the apron. McElroy with a great run on the fresh tires. He's going to stay in line, though, with 8 laps to go. Oh, I think the 00 are going to give him the top. McElroy should breeze by here. He's going to try a crossover move, potentially, but if he wants to go get Casey Brown, he's got to get by him probably this lap. He had a great opportunity down the back stretch, didn't take it. Kyle Ritchie under extreme pressure for the last spot in the top 10. Samuel Damien, he's going to go for it. Jared Talmadge. Still leading this group. McElroy now does get the job done. He's got a second to Casey Brown. Then Alex Shira. Thomas Green. That's 21st up for grabs. Every point matters. Relegation at the end of the season if you're outside the top 30 in points. Brandon Bowers comfortable in front. 6 seconds. Nothing to report on the 11 machine. Just counting down.
Here, I was watching to see if he would get up to 11th, but I don't think he's going to be able to get there. Still very impressive.
Depends on how much Tiller gets held up, if at all. Doesn't look like he will be. Ooh, almost contact, though. He almost runs into trouble there.
He was almost side drafting there.
Look, this 21 is still fighting at it. Jacob Thornton now in the mix with Tenold. So everyone, there's just so much going on with the different strategies in all these battles. Could this be the moment for the 21? Can he finally get there? He was ahead on entry, but Kyle Ritchie.
What? Caution!
And this changes everything. I believe it was Nick Miller, and his day is done. Engine is blown. Oh my goodness. The 2-time winner. Parked on the front stretch.
I think he just comes up.
Oh, and Chris Pinder destroyed as well. Yeah, he sends it from way back on Pinder. He's battling away with Blakely. They just meet in the middle. Pinder comes down a lane. Nick Miller goes up a lane. He was following the 36. I mean, he was actually a little bit higher. I mean, that's just... Oh, my goodness.
I mean, that's just Miller assuming that Pinder's going to be on the wall and trying to take a natural arc. He just didn't know that he was out there.
Yeah, that's a crucial... I mean, he's got 2 wins already. He's locked in. But that's just a mistake there.
And that's going to open this race up.
He wasn't racing for anything. I mean, Zach Allman was well behind. And that's just a mistake, unfortunately. Ryan Tiller, what happens to him?
Wait, what?
What happens to Ryan Tiller? He jumps to the pits.
He just stops.
Is there a money shift or something that happens? I think there was. There he money shifted. Ryan Tiller money shifted.
It was a money shift.
Oh. And so now I'm curious. What do we do here? Everybody else. This will actually make it very sketchy on fuel for everybody. Because we're going to a green-white checkered. You see Bowers there on the apron. Randy Armour should be very concerned here.
I brought Tiller here to explain it because I don't want to sit here and listen to him tell it and me have to tell it.
Yeah, that was tragic. What happened?
So why you ruining our cars?
I went to turn. I was slowing down, getting everything, you know, and went to turn into the turn, and my hand slipped on the wheel. Hot weather. Should have gloves on, I guess, and hit the what you call it, paddle shifter, and it shifted down. So
that is tragic.
It's okay.
It only happens in sim racing.
Yeah.
Go cheer on the rest of YJ Media Motorsports, bud.
I was gonna say I just went to the spotter stand, so we're good.
I'm surprised more people aren't pitting here. If you're at the back of this pack, why? There's only 11 cars on the lead lap. Only 10.
Because there's only 4 sets of tires.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no, we've all done 3 pit stops. Yeah, no, that's it. We're done. Yep. So now it's just a matter if do you make it on fuel? Yeah, there was 4 total tire sets.
What's McElroy doing?
He, I believe, is the lucky dog, or he should have been.
I mean, he was up there pushing Bowers, so. Tabe McClenny, sneaky little win here.
Zach Allman in the top 10 is the most.
He's got the freshest tires.
He got the freshest tires, 97. He's got the most fuel on board as well.
Honestly, yeah. Do we want to bring Miller in? I'm gonna go vet this out real fast.
All right. But is well, who got the lucky dog there? That'll bring everyone together. I think we're coming to 1 to go here.
We do have Nick Miller.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and yeah, 2-time winner. Looked like he was on for another podium, not the win. Pretty exciting race from your point of view. You had some run-ins with fillers early on pit road, and was battling with him, and then obviously they're late. You know, just kind of. I'd just say a racing deal from our vantage point with Pinder. What did you see?
Yeah, I mean, he was a lap car, and I had a feeling he was going to race me kind of hard just because of last season, and he kind of seems to carry out. What's the word I'm looking for? He just doesn't like let it go or anything. So I knew he was going to race me hard. So I just went to the bottom. I figured I would clear him, and I especially thought he would just lift as a lap car, like not really battling anyone who was just in line. I figured he would lift, but he went from the top to the bottom as I'm tracking up to exit, and we met in the middle. I still think he should have lifted as a lap car, but that's just my opinion on it.
Yeah, definitely met in the middle, and then it was just off from there. Instantly turned to the outside wall, engine gone, and that'll be your race. But 3 weeks in a row, great speed. and just a temporary setback in what shaped up to be a great season for you.
Yeah. Yeah, good speed all around. I lost too much time battling and having issues with fillers. I didn't mean to. I hit him on the coming to
have to
pits.
hurry this up. We're going to green, buddy. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, didn't mean to hit wreck fillers there. If I did. Anyways, good luck to these guys. Green my checker.
We are green and the whole field scatters. I have no idea who got the lucky dog and all of that. Brandon Bowers, does he have enough fuel? Randy Arms back to second temporarily. Can we make it back? Car in the wall. It's Dylan Failvich. He's looking to get turned almost. Kyle Ritchie through the middle. Failvich way up in the wall. Yellow is out. Brandon French. Oh, and we're going to have people pitting for fuel here.
Ooh, I think. Ooh, DeLeon gets loose there. At least that.
Yeah, him and French battling away on old tires. Let's get a better look at that.
It looks like he just gets the wobbles out at 2.
And this is really going to put the squeeze on some guys. Yeah, DeLeon loose down into French, just barely. Around they go down the back straightaway. Well done from everyone else missing this. And good to throw that caution as French was sitting right in the middle of the back straightaway. And we do not want the leaders coming around in the last lap. The car stopped on the back straightaway, and yeah, people are coming for fuel. Zach Almond, Cave McCletty, who's going to risk it? Oh my goodness. Brandon Bowers, yeah, Randy Arms had to. Brandon Bowers in what could potentially be another heartbreak.
If it happens, I'm going to be sad.
It's literally just a splash and go. You only need 1 gallon. And Zach Almond trying to steal it. We said he had the most fuel. Andrew Tennell back on the lead lap now. He's got plenty of fuel. So if this gets one more, then I imagine the top 7 or top 8 would come down. Let's show you the pitch strategy here.
I think Tennell got our lucky dog this time.
Look at that. 97, 95, 95, 96, 96, 95, 95, 98. So that's the top 8. They have not pitted since the last round of green flag pit stops. If we get one more, I imagine they'll come in. 9th is Bowers and Randy Arms in 10th. They're good. And Andrew Tennell, 101. He is good. But everybody else, if we get one more caution, that's going to put the squeeze on them as well. And look, they're on the apron. Especially if you're Cade McClenny, Kyle Ritchie, Jarrett Talmadge, and Samuel Demian. You pitted on 95. So now you're all worried. My goodness.
I'm just looking at that Cade McClenny sneaky little win. Like, I mean, we might have to start questioning it. If a next up driver wins, like,
and let the record show that Samuel Demian is not a next up driver. That was entered incorrectly.
I entered the world incorrectly.
But oh man, these pace laps are long because we got to let the lap down cars pit as well. Blakely and Chira stopped for more fuel, so they're good. Jonathan Dolly, lap 94, he's going to sweat this out. So the lap cars, they're doing their own thing as well. So a lot of people could be running out. A lot of spots up for grabs. No one has any tires left, so this is all just about fuel. But how much, if anything, do these guys have left in terms of rubber and grip? Yeah, Tony Scarbo's coming in. He'll come in on 1 to go. He doesn't think he can make it. But from 12th down to 22nd is all 1 lap down. Fillers and DeLeon 2 laps down. Everyone else multiple. And my goodness, lights are out on top of the pace car. Cabe McClenny trying to stun everyone. And win from 24th on the grid as a next up driver. We still have cars on the apron.
I mean, there are 3 guys in this top 5 that realistically could get a win that would be kind of surprising. Cabe McClenny, Dylan Felovich, Kyle Ritchie.
Yeah. Cabe McClenny would be the biggest one. Kyle Ritchie hasn't won. Dylan Felovich hasn't won. Jarrett Talmadge hasn't won. Sam Demien hasn't won. Casey Brown new. But this is going to be... If we get one more caution, it's even more up for grabs. 11 cars on the lead lap back to Andrew Tenold. Hunter Rupp, the first car, 1 lap down. He's fighting everyone back to 22nd for the lucky dog. We'll see if they make it back.
I mean, you got to be ready. You know Amon's going to jump this. He needs everything he can get.
Oh, and Cabe McClenny's right there. He is right there. Do they have enough fuel? Oh, but that... Just enough to get clear. The 05 going to look to the inside. Here comes Kyle Ritchie, 3 wide for the lead. What does McClenny do off of turn number 2? He's there. Zach Amon in the wall. Blocking further back. But I think they make it down the back straightaway. Zach Amon trying to cover the spots. Here comes Kyle Ritchie again. He's going to get into the left rear. Turn himself. Can they save it? Yes. White flag race is official. Do they have enough? Wrecking further back, it doesn't matter. Do they have enough fuel? They're all wrecking in the back.
Cabe McClenny is going to have to send this from about 3 car lengths back.
I don't think he's going to have enough unless he wants to take him out. But he's going to make the dive, trying to get him loose. He's not going to get there. He'll turn down to the inside.
Oh, we got 3 wide.
And off of turn number 4 to the line. Zach Amon wins it.
What an intense finish.
But Cabe McClenny gave it absolutely everything. The next up driver, hard but fair. Dylan Felovich, podium. Sartaj Mann comes home P4, and Demien rounds out the top 5. Brandon Bowers comes home 7th. Randy Arms 9th. After all that, they had enough fuel. My goodness. What an amazing race. Does he have enough fuel for the burnout? I don't think he does. Let's go on board. No, wait. He's got some RPM. There you go. Burn it down. Yeah, it's just enough for the burnout. And Tri-Racial Racing goes 3 for 3 as a team, though. So Nick Miller, bringing out that last caution hard into the outside wall, allows his teammate to go to victory lane. He got plenty of fuel in that car. What a finish. Let's go ahead and, I don't think we have Amon yet. Yeah, we do have Cabe McClenny as well, so we're good there.
Oh, he can join those winners.
Just waiting on Zach Amon, your race winner, and we'll get him up in here. We could do 3, 2, 1 waiting on him, but I always like to give the winner their due, but...
Oh, he's there.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and pull up your race winner here. This evening it is Zach Amon in a thriller. How much fuel did you have left at the finish?
Enough to do a burnout, so about 2 extra laps. But it was close. By the first GWC, I wasn't really trying to save there because I thought it might only be one. But after the second GWC, I just got into hardcore save mode just to, make sure to not have anything happen. But I was really surprised that I think Brandon was who pitted because I thought you would have enough fuel, but it's a little bit of good luck, but it's always great to start off a season just with a win and just try and get some playoff points and some consistency.
Absolutely, it only took you 3 races to do it. Tri-Racial have swept the opening 3 races, Nick Miller and yourself, so got to be happy as a team. And just putting yourself in those positions, I know we went almost caution-free. We have an incident late in the race, and you're able to take advantage of it. Cade McClenny raced you hard but fair, and came home. I think it was about 600ths of a second separating yourself from second place, but it was a fantastically managed race. So you're up front all night long, and you took advantage when you had to.
I want to obviously thank Gabe for racing me clean there and fair. I kind of chopped his nose on exit, but kind of had to do what I had to do there. But other than that, it was a great race. Definitely this season, the drivers just have been what feels like a lot cleaner, whether that be just whatever the talent or whatnot. But even the next up drivers have been running great. So, I mean, it's been a very fun season so far.
Yeah, absolutely. We went 98% of the race caution-free, and then had some green-white checkered shenanigans. But with that, 3 cautions tonight. And just simply an amazing race by you guys. 2 incredible finishes in 3 races. And couldn't be happier to call you guys every Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll let you get any shout-outs in, and congratulations again on the win.
Don't have many sponsors, so if anyone's watching and wants to sponsor, they can give me an ad on Discord, in the ARS Discord. But I just want to thank Tri-Racial, great group of teammates, always pushing us to be our best, it feels like, just because of the level of competition. I want to thank, obviously, the owners and everyone who makes this league run, and you guys for putting on such a great broadcast.
Absolutely. Appreciate the kind words. Congratulations again, and we'll see you next Monday.
Thank you.
And then here with Cade McClenny. Pleasure to meet you, sir, from the Next Up series. And he was just kind of biding his time all night long. Started 24th, and we just kept looking at him slowly moving up the timing charts. And you find yourself in a great position on that final green-white checkered. You gave it absolutely everything, hard and fair racing for the win, and made a great first impression of yourself here in the Next Gen series.
Yeah, definitely a lot of fun. Obviously, coming from the Next Up deal, I was a little cautious most of the race, and we got the UL, so we started 34th or something, and was able to slowly work through the field. Once we got into the top 5, I knew I probably wasn't going to catch the guys up front unless we got a yellow. So I was pretty content where we were. And then the few yellows came out and started on the top. That worked out. And then last restart came, and I tried to stay with them as much as I could. But I don't know. I don't know if I should say something, but it looked like he went underneath the changed lanes before the line. But I'm next up, so I don't know if I should say anything and take the win from him. I don't know. So I kind of would feel bad about it. But other than that, no, it was a blast. A lot of diving through the field and trying to save tires as much as I could. But coming on P2 first race, not too shabby.
Yeah, how much fuel did you have at the end there?
2 laps, I think.
So, yeah.
I had, if there was another one, I was done.
Yeah, so that the rest of the guys that stayed out, we had the 2 leaders come in, and then that group of 8. So one more green-white checker, and the rest of you guys would be coming in.
I had 3 or 2 at the start of that. I had 4.5 laps remaining when we were coming to the green, so it was going to be dead on, but it was definitely really close.
Yeah. But yeah, taking advantage, you had great long run speed and kept the car in one piece, and definitely made a name for yourself early. Obviously racing in the Next Up, but hopefully we see you up here more often. Now you put on a good show tonight.
Definitely. I had a lot of fun coming from it. Hopefully I'm able to run more of these races, and just want to say thank you guys for putting on. Thank you for broadcasting, because I do a little bit myself, or kind of used to, and I know how hard it is and all that. So appreciate you guys announcing, and go check out my YouTube channel, KO5.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again on a great run, and good luck Wednesday night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. And then here with our third place finisher, Dylan Failvich. He already had 1 top 5 this season, picks up a second in 3 races, and the first podium this season for TTSL Motorsports, doing a fantastic job in that 88 machine, and kind of similar situation, up inside the top 5, top 10 all day, and kind of took advantage of some guys running out of fuel there and picked up a couple more spots, and able to avoid the chaos on that final green-white checkered and come home third here this evening.
Yeah, that was a little chaotic there at the end, but we somehow survived it.
Yeah, definitely. Highest finishing Toyota to boot as well, so representing the manufacturer pretty good there. But yeah, you were just having a lot of battles out there tonight. Kept the car in one piece, and I guess it was kind of similar. How much you had? 4 laps roughly on that final restart?
So taking the green, I had just over 6.
Oh, so you were
So
saving.
I was like, I didn't want to have to go through another restart, but I feel like if we had another restart, it may have been a little different there. But I mean, hey, can't argue with the third.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, able to save fuel, so you might have been in that catbird seat if one more caution came out. But nevertheless, a great result for you tonight, picking up 2 top 5s in 3 races. Definitely right on the money here in the early season.
Yeah, that's needed a good start. Had a rough Phoenix race. Didn't get to finish that one. But stuff happens. If we wreck out early, at least let it be early and not later in the year.
Yeah.
Just glad to have a fun race and actually finish this one. There were a couple times with a couple of different people. We had some close calls, to say the least. But survived. So yeah.
Able to survive and get that P3. But congratulations again on a great result. I will let you get any shout-outs in if you got any.
Just my teammates, Kyle Ritchie, Alex Shira, for showing up, having fun. Me and Kyle thought we were gonna have a really good chance for one of us to get it on the front, being the second row. TTSL Motorsports Racing Incorporated, presented by Dale Jr. Second row. Rolls off the tongue really nice. Hoping to get a really good roll on the restart.
Right.
But I mean, plenty of more races ahead.
Absolutely.
For one of us.
Yeah, definitely. Still a long way to go, but definitely up at the front early on. So good to see, and we will see you next Monday.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's go talk. We'll go. We have the overlays. We have a good idea what happened this evening, so we can go ahead and get the input from everybody else. So we'll go ahead and we'll go talk to some people. And we'll go get Yenner Autosport first and Jacob Blakely in the 36. Here with Yenner Autosport, Jacob Blakely, Spencer Burton not here this evening, but he is in the Next Up series. But you come home 22nd, not indicative of your speed here tonight. Just kind of got caught up in all that chaos at the end. But you were battling hard for inside the top 15, just outside the top 10 all night long. It was very clean. Just walk me through what happened on that final restart.
Well, it sucked. We had to take fuel, but went to the back. I was feeling pretty good, saved tires. So I was like, all right, we're going to go through here. We're coming into 3, and I see that number 45 go from bottom all the way to the top, gets my car and the 2 car tight. The 2 car gets off. He's tight, I'm tight. He comes off and bounces off the wall. I hit the 9, and then we wreck in the front. So just aggressive racing. It's a racing incident. Can't really be mad about it. Whatever. We're all racing for a point, I guess.
Right.
So.
Yeah, but definitely had more speed than what the final result shows tonight. Just kind of, it was an interesting battle, honestly. You guys, Michael, McElroy, Pinder, you guys were all kind of on 3 different strategies, pitting a little bit early, a little bit later. You kind of all just converged in the middle, and you guys were going at it for the entire second half of the race. And we're keeping it clean, which was good to see.
Yeah, Michael, I was getting a little frustrated with Michael because every time I would try to get Pinder, and then Michael would come in, and I'm like, oh my god! And I'm sitting there going, Michael's not even racing for points. What is he doing? So
he's the league owner and signs our paychecks. We'll give him a pass.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I'll give him a pass.
Don't wreck the league owner. Don't wreck the league owner, right? But yeah, y'all were putting on a good show. It was fun to watch.
Sorry, you're getting paid for this?
That is correct.
Oh, I heard paychecks. I'm broke.
So am I. So I gotta have a side gig.
This is you're interviewing me.
Yeah, definitely. But just love getting the perspective from everybody, and you got a lot of airtime though. You guys were going at it tonight. So
yeah, it was. Glad we put a show up. I mean, we got that going for us. That's the whole goal, man. It's early in the season. I'm comfortable in points. I'm just here to have fun. I mean, there's nothing else to it. We're not racing
right.
for big money or anything, so we're just having fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It was. It's always a great time, and look forward to seeing you guys back here next Monday.
And always for a great cause.
Yeah,
See
definitely.
you guys next week.
Absolutely. Here with Tenold Galvin Racing and Andrew Tenold in the 45 machine, caught a break at the end, got back on the lead lap. Not able to do anything with it. We just heard from Jacob Blakely that a lot of guys got tight. Racing incident coming to the white flag. What was your take on that final restart?
Well, I don't know. I just got a lead lap, or I got back on the lead lap, so my goal was just to survive and maybe get a top 10. But I'm satisfied with the P11. That's way better than what I got at Phoenix. So this is a good redemption. Hopefully we can keep the momentum. I think we have Richmond next, so hopefully we can keep momentum going into Richmond. I know the entire team is on kind of a hot streak right now. Some of us are doing really good. Some of us are kind of struggling here and there. But all in all, we're all satisfied with the product. And I just want to give a big shout out to 4 Mile Productions for coming back on board with the 45. They've been a little bit absent lately, but we're back in business with them, so it's good. It's going good. I don't know. This race was tough. We did what 125 or 120 something. I know it was up there.
Yeah, I think he came out with 5 or 6 ago, so 119, 120 laps green flag pit stops. I mean, it was a test of had to be on the A game.
This is almost harder than that big Talladega race. We did
the 500 miler, yeah.
Yeah, this was a little bit more enduring. I'm not even gonna lie. My hat's drenched, but I had a lot of fun. So it was. ARS is probably the best league on iRacing. Yeah, some of us might get frustrated here and there, but you're not gonna go find another league that has this kind of racing in it for that long.
Yeah, I mean, you were a good example of that. You were battling, just slowly working your way up through the field. You had great battles with your teammates, and you're just all around. You guys were just absolutely putting everything into it for around that top 15 position. And
for sure, we're trying to headhunt right now. I mean, that's probably the wrong word, but we're not out to get anybody. We're just trying to, have a good points paying year. Last year we kind of struggled with that, so.
Yeah, but today for you, over the first 2 races, average finished around 17th. But today's a step in the right direction, 1 spot off the top 10, and definitely, give you some momentum heading into Richmond next week.
For sure. Hopefully we don't struggle next week with the setup. I know it's going to be pretty hectic, but I'll keep this short and sweet. Quick shout outs real quick. Shout out to all my sponsors, 4 Mile Productions, obviously, for coming back on board. And, so the Sound Insurgent and the Davenport Cleaners, my grandparents, they helped, work at that company for a long time. And, so that's pretty much it for tonight. I'm tired.
I feel you, but congratulations on a good result. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, see ya.
Yep. Here with Oh.
I got it. Let's go.
Oh, there we go. No -2. No -2. Oh,
yes,
my goodness. But how we doing, CMS?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
Pretty good. That was a long race. 120 laps green, multiple green flag pit stops, and then just absolute chaos at the end. What did you see out there tonight, fellas?
I didn't see much because I racked out early.
Yeah, bringing us home in 31st, Zach. Not great.
It happens. I'm used to it.
I think I was taken out right after you, or shortly. Was it before?
No, it was after.
After. Yeah.
Yeah, you at least got 24th. You salvaged something.
I did.
Mm-hmm. Pinder, you were all over the place tonight. You were, battling up inside the top 10, back to 15th. You and McElroy and Jacob Blakely couldn't get away from each other. And you always kind of
That was really fun.
Yeah, you guys were going at it.
Yeah, I had a great time up there with those guys.
Yeah, racing clean, and obviously a little bit of a miscommunication potentially. Not obviously 2 different perspectives. But what did you see there with Nick Miller in the closing stages?
I just came across my nose.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely 2. He sees it a different way. You see it one way. It's a racing deal from up here in the booth.
Tomato.
Yeah, potato.
It's got to be like, I don't know. I get he's frustrated. I know he practices like every night, all week long. So it's like hard. It's a big thing for him, but like it's just a video game.
Do you think his dad knows the type of words that he typed to Pinder today?
I'm not sure.
I bet he might get grounded.
Oh boy.
Just saying.
Oh boy.
Big trouble. Big trouble.
Kevin Bullock, you made out like a bandit on those last couple of cautions. You gained a bunch of spots late, and you ended up plus 14 from where you started tonight.
He's not here.
I guess he ghosted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, right?
Oh, there he is.
There we go. There it is. But yeah, able to keep it one piece. But you had a great save. I saw you were battling hard. I think it was in that kind of mix-up pack late. I think you, Dolly, and Thomas Green were going at it, and there was some lead lap cars fighting as well. And you guys were going at it and had a fantastic save to even get a top 20 tonight. You were dead sideways at a 2 at one point.
Yeah, it was interesting around Dolly all night.
Definitely. And then Daniel Pendergrass, you were up 9 spots from where you were started. What did you see there on that funnel green white checkered? You were just ahead of everyone wrecking on the front stretch.
Take it. He asked what you seen.
I have no idea.
No idea. Just
you saw what I saw.
Yeah. We'll go on board here. I'll just take a look because you were one of the first cars. Yeah, look at that. They all go high in the fence.
Is that when Pender was pushing me?
No, that was on the last lap. Yeah, they all just wreck in front of you. You pull down to the bottom, and there you go. Simple as that.
I gained 1 position from it. I'll take it.
You can take what you can get, but it's highly competitive, and just got to stay above that top 30. So, yeah. But you guys always race clean, though. So definitely a big shout out to you guys for doing that every week. And yeah.
Shout out to you guys and Corbin. It was nice to have Corbin in there tonight.
Yeah, Corbin was awesome in there tonight.
Good. I had flashbacks from various things when I heard he was going to be up in there tonight. I was like, well, it's been nice knowing everybody, and shut it down.
It gives Mike a chance to race, and it takes some just weight off of his shoulders.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's funny hearing Corbin just tell people how it is, and Mike just says race chat, and everybody shuts up and goes about their business.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a great race. We went 95% green, 98, whatever the math ends up being. Mostly green, clean racing for most of it. Had some incidents here and there, but definitely the next gen, kind of putting on the best of the best that this league has to offer, and then sprinkle in some of the top performing next up guys, and one of them almost won the dang thing tonight, and it's a heck of a race.
Definitely. It was even through all the little, spats that were out there, it was relatively calm. You could feel the tension there towards the end.
Oh, you definitely could. Definitely. And even
it was like awkward.
Yeah, but even the battle for the win, I was just like, I don't know how, but it was fair. I mean, it was absolutely what you want to see. So
right on.
Definitely. But we go into Richmond next week, so toss all of what we just said out the window, short track time, and we'll see how that goes. That'll be the first real test. I mean, Phoenix is kind of a short track-ish, but I don't think it races like one anymore. But we'll see.
Oh.
Alrighty, fellas.
All good.
Yeah, we will see.
Oh, whoa! What was for dinner?
Hey, that's Tuesday nights. No, I'm just kidding. What did I have tonight? I had stir fry. Chicken stir fry.
Art? Oh, he's not even in here. Didn't even come in to talk to us.
Nah.
Devastating.
Unreal.
Unreal.
Yeah. But what about the rest of you? What we got?
Art probably had ramen noodles anyway. Who cares?
Don't
It's
disrespect.
some type of stir fry.
Like I had Cajun stir fry.
Very nice. What's with the stir fry tonight?
Oh no!
I had beef jerky and some combos on the drive home.
There you go.
What the hell? Cajun stir fry? Is that like crawfish?
No, I had instead of like chicken, it was Cajun sausage and stuff like that.
Oh, the old andouille.
It was okay, I guess.
Zatarang.
Actually.
Doused it with hot sauce. Carry on.
Pretty much.
Good deal.
Alrighty, fellas. Well, we will see you tomorrow night, and we'll have the same discussion, and hopefully get some another solid night of dinners, another good night of racing, and yeah, looking forward to it.
Another crash.
I'm just gonna be a cheerleader.
They don't like you, Zach. They don't let you in.
It happens.
It happens. Alrighty, fellas. Well, we will see you tomorrow night. Have a good one.
Have a
Good
good
night,
one.
buddy.
Yep, later.
All right, listen here, bud. Your final thoughts on tonight's race?
I'm trying to get rules changed, all right?
Oh boy.
I'm trying to allow lap down drivers to intentionally wreck the leaders, all right?
Oh.
I'm not. That's
Well, here, let's take a look at your race results tonight. So that's your final thoughts? Lap down cars should intentionally wreck the leaders?
They should. They really should.
My goodness.
And we should strap trailers to the back of the cars.
But 53/100ths of a second, so that was the final margin between Zach Almond and Cade McClenny, Dylan Felvich right there. 11 cars on the lead lap. Hunter Rupp, the first car, 1 lap down. And all the way down. A lot of guys 1 and 2 laps down. The leaders are on an amazing pace tonight. Ryan Tiller money shifted. We saw what happened to Nick Miller. Magnus Anderson was 69 laps down. I wonder if that was planned. And then all the way down to, I believe, Michael Gold. Yeah, he pulled off early. Charlie Gallagher never started the race from the next up. And then Corbin Simmons should not have been even on the list. He was up in the tower tonight, keeping everybody in check. But 33 drivers entered, and Zach Almond comes out victorious here this evening. We'll be back here tomorrow night, 8:30 Eastern, LSRL round of 8 playoffs, as I believe they head to Iowa. So that'll be an interesting one. And then this Friday night, Rod Car, they head to, I think,
a Super Speedway.
Super Speedway, of course, but just got to get the car track combination.
Is it an announcement?
It is Daytona International Speedway in the Xfinity cars. Last one before a Labor Day break for them, and college football is back the week after that, so we're heading into a great stretch of the season here. And then back next Monday night, Xfinity Racing Series at Richmond. Be sure to tune in Wednesday night, twitch.tv/RaceAffinity for the Next Up series. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Y'all take care.